Hey, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Cryptic, and welcome to today's video where I'm going to talk about the top ways to earn money in GTA 5 while having fun. Since heists are really starting to become a grind fest, there's not really a lot of fun ways to earn money in GTA 5 online anymore, besides doing heists, and it just gets annoying having to grind it out and playing and restarting and all that stuff. It's just a grind fest, and nobody really wants to do that. I know I don't want to do it. I've tried to do heists many times, and it's not really rewarding doing heists. So now let's go on to today's video, where I'm gonna give you guys two ways you could earn money in GTA 5 that isn't a grind fest. Now, the first way to earn money in GTA 5 is custom fighting death matches. Now, I don't mean shooting death matches because those are okay. I'm talking about fist fight and melee combat created death matches. Now, what these are is this is a really fun way to earn money, and it's really good, especially if you're playing with friends. Basically, these are user created maps that usually put you in a space way up above, like on a like on a flat plane, and it brings you high up in the air. It usually held up by a bunch of like trailers and stuff floating above high, and you're confined in a small space to fight your friends, and you have to worry about fighting your friends while also having to worry about not falling off and dying. If you get hit before you fall off, it counts as a kill towards the person who hit you. And it's just so fun being the crap out of your friends in the game, especially if you know how to fight in GTA 5 and your friends don't. It's just amazing to dodge their hits and then hit them with the two-piece, or dodge one of their hits, cock back, and hit them with that the freaking, I don't know, some type of insane hit. It gets them from like the I don't even know. And yeah, usually when you play with a lot of people, these maps are really fun because you because your team and their team, they usually start off in front of each other. So you just end up charging into one player or whatever, and the game becomes a numbers game. Whoever has the most players, or say I run, me and my teammate run to the same guy, it's automatically over for him because you got two guys. He got to worry about two people is jumping him, and it's really fun when you and your teammate, get one of the enemies in the corner or something like that, and you two are just punching each other and just beating the crap out of him, and then his team comes and you just start, man, that is so fun. And what's also fun is waiting until they come by the edge so you can hit them or just push them right off the ledge, and they just fall right off. It's it's funny because it makes for like it's for a really funny moment, just hitting them and watching them fall to their deaths. That sounds really dark if like somebody walks in and they don't know what you're watching. Guys, bear with me here. It is 12:41 in the afternoon. I've gotten no sleep. I'm just staying up. Just I don't know how I'm functioning right now. And what's really great about all this is, on top of all the fun you're having with your friends, with the randoms, all the laughter, all the you get sucked into it. It feels like you're actually in like a UFC fight, but you're playing with your friends, and it just makes it so much better. GTA 5 is centered around friends. That's its whole thing basically. Because when you play GTA single player, it's really fun, but you get a lack of being social, communicating with people.
God damn it, Janek, would you leave me alone? I want Consuela. I want everybody. God! Come on, Consuela, that was my kill. What you doing? No! 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 Well, there goes the point. Yeah! Get Consuela! Come on, Consuela! I don't like being left. Oh, come on, Chuck. I'm gay. You stomped on my leg and I died. Oh! Did you say I'm gay? What? Yeah, I definitely heard that. He's like, come on, Chuck, I'm gay. Everyone chill! Everyone chill! Let's go!
That's where I think GTA is strongest. But when you don't have friends to play with, that's when it's at its weakest. Because you're playing with randoms, you try to do missions, they keep messing up, they troll you, they kill you, all this stuff. And everything's better with friends in GTA 5. And in life. but you know, that's another topic for another video. When you're done with these fights, you usually end up with about 20 or so $1,000 every time you play. And you could set it up to 5, 15, 20 minutes. I usually put it for 5 or 10, you know, because depending on how long you play, you get a little bit more. I got about 16,500 something for doing it. A majority of them give about the same pay. Like I said, 20,000 or more. And you get 5,000 RP, which is also a way to rank up. I'm a level 106, and I've leveled up a bunch doing these heists, doing heists, the custom fighting death matches, and the other way to do it, which is to play Insurgents versus RPGs or RPGs versus Stunners. Basically, what this is you're playing these last team standing matches, which are another user created activity that has two teams, the Insurgents and the RPGs, clearly. And the people in the Insurgents have essentially two different ways to play. Depending on what's your style, you know, you get to adjust how you play and you know how your team wins. So, one of the ways is you try to knock off the other team before the clock runs out. Now, what the map is essentially is okay, they usually do it on a runway. Let's say the San Andreas, Trevor's freaking pad, whatever you call it. It's a long field, you know, so planes could go on the runway and shit, right? So, they put on two sides a bunch of Insurgents or a bunch of supercars on one side. It's usually guarded by a bunch of things, so you can't leave the area because clearly all you would do is leave and you know automatically win. That's cheating, you know, that's not fun. You know, so they block you off in an area, and this is sort of like the deathmatch one because it has about. It's also in a confined space, but it's wide. And it's also high up in the air, and they use the ramps. The Insurgents use the ramps to try to knock off the players that are trying to blow them up on the RPGs before the RPGs blow them up. You know, and they usually do it on a runway so you can pick up the speed, and this RPG players can have a chance to blow you up. Well, the two ways you could really play, like I said, is you gotta try to knock them off before the clock runs out, or survive until the time expires. The easier one is easier one is survive until the time expires, but the one that's more fun is try to knock off the other team, because there's nothing like coming up the ramp and just smacking into the other guy and just watch them fly off the thing and fall to their deaths. Same thing as the other one. It's just so satisfying, you know, because you gotta get that precision jump, and you gotta control it midair and just smack into somebody and then kill them. And it's just so fun to do. And when you play as the Insurgents, okay. When you play as the Insurgents, sorry, I had a brain fart. When you play as the Insurgents, it's so fun to escape death while these other players try to kill you. And it just gives you such a rush of adrenaline and relief knowing that you just survived something like that. You know? It just gives you that rush, like, oh shit, it's the equivalent to if you've ever played Michael Myers on Call of Duty. Like, Michael Myers is right behind you, or somebody's chasing you, you know, you're playing tag, and you could, feel them close to you, like, they're in arm's reach of you, and you just get that adrenaline rush, you know, if you get away from them. You know, it's basically, essentially the same feeling. The downside to this is the RPGs only have one way to play. And that sucks if you're playing as the RPGs, and it switches every round. I think it's about 4 rounds, or 5 rounds, I don't remember. The only way to play is kill the Insurgents before the time expires. This one is the weaker out of the two, because you can't really do anything except aim and shoot. But the best part of being an RPG is that when you get that special shot, you aim it right, you calculate the time so it can hit the car or close to the car so it hits them, and you blow them up. It makes you feel so good. It makes you feel like a dead shot. It makes you feel like a badass dead shot, I just defied, I just fucking blew that guy up. He was all the way over there, man. That's crazy. You get that same rush you get when you survive death, when you give them death. Because it was just like a 1 in a million shot, it almost feels like. It's like getting a cross the map tomahawk. Like oh wow, it's crazy. Like that's never gonna happen again. There's also two sides to the Insurgents versus RPGs. There's also one called Snipers vs Stunners. It's the same thing, but you have to be way more precise because you're using a sniper rifle and not a rocket launcher. Same thing, everything goes. The same rules I just gave you guys and everything. That's essentially the same thing. Nothing changes except the weapon you're using. And they don't give you Insurgents, they give you supercars or random cars. But they don't give you Insurgents because, the windows are kind of blocked and stuff. And the positive to this one is you usually earn about $10,000 or so every round you win, and about 7 or 6,000 when you lose. And you earn a few thousand RP, so it's a double win. You get a few thousand RP, you get a few $1,000. You play for about 2-3 rounds. You get 10,000 each. That's 30,000-40,000 easy. You just had fun too. It's always fun, these two game types. I've not hopped into one yet. That's been boring, and I wanted to leave. And no, man, it was all fun. It was all fun. Playing with your friends, playing with random. It's all fun. That's my favorite part about GTA. It's just how social you could be with these people. You know what I'm saying? I sound kind of stupid right now, but it's the interaction with the people that just makes the game so much better. You worked as a team to kill, to kill these insurgents or these other players. And I didn't say this about the death matches, but you could just do an all-out free-for-all deathmatch. I wouldn't recommend because I don't feel it's as fun. Not having your team behind you, make it better. But however you roll, you pick it your own risk. And I know this is kind of a grind fest here, but you can also play Rooftop Rumble. I know you're probably thinking, oh, I need a friend for that, or oh, it was like a bug in the patch, and Rockstar lets you play Rooftop Rumble by yourself, and it's not that hard. I got it done within 4 minutes, 4.5 minutes, 5 minutes, and I got $14,000, about 2,000 RP, and in 3 minutes. Come on, that's a really good time. That's amazing time. And yeah, I know it's a grind fest, but all you really need is a Kuruma and some sticky bombs. You figure out what to do from there. It's just so fun, man. The more creative you get with these ways to earn money in GTA, it makes the game so much fun, expands its life more than what it was. That's why I also feel like Red Dead Redemption had a long life, because there was so many things to do. It was so fun. The campaign, the story, everything was just so fun. There was so many things you could do in that game. It was such a big open world, and you just didn't want to put it down. The games Rockstar give offer so much, and when they give us the freedom like this to make games, to make game types and like sort of missions and races, and it's fun, guys. It's honestly amazing. We are creative people, and people make these creative game types and all that stuff. It's just amazing, This was also an added fourth one, but you can also do custom races. Now, custom races are kind of mixy because you don't usually earn a lot of money or RP, but it's fun. it could be frustrating at times. You know, you could be in the lead, and then some dick comes and like when they're behind you, and like they hit the back of your car, and like your car goes sideways, and then he spins you out, or you're in first and he just sidelines you, smacks you into God knows where. And, you know, it can get really frustrating. You know, a pedestrian comes, you smack into them. That's it. You're done. You're spinned out. You're in fifth place now. You're screwed. Everyone's in supercars. You're never gonna catch up with them now. This is really frustrating. But there's some like you know, like the ramps. You know, crazy ramps. You know, climb up the side of buildings. You know, races like that is you know, the better out of the races, you know, and it's always fun to play. It's always fun to watch. I just always love playing them because they're just so much fun, guys. They really are. GTA 5 is one of the best games of the year, hands down. It's been the best game. It's the best game I have in my collection right now. I wouldn't put it over any of these games I have and any of the games I've owned so far. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, rate, and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. I love your faces. Peace out.
Come from a different cloth, I'm from a different breed. Fuck who you listen to. If me, is it me? Come from a different cloth, I'm from a different breed. Fuck who you listen to. If me, is it me?